Welcome to the Survival Bunker, where we study the brutal reality of surviving war zones, sieges, and battlefield collapse. The world's most powerful tech moguls are liquidating coastal assets to buy subterranean sovereignty. In an era of drone-delivered kinetic munitions and cascading societal instability, these high-net-worth survivalists have identified a specific class of structure as the only viable sanctuary: decommissioned Cold War Atlas F missile silos. Today, we go inside the multi-million-dollar underground fortresses, redefining what ultimate security actually means. Between 1959 and 1965, the U.S. Air Force built 72 Atlas F ICBM launch complexes across the American Midwest: Kansas, Nebraska, New York, and Texas. Each complex was engineered to survive a near-miss nuclear detonation. The launch silos descended approximately 50 meters below grade, encased in walls of epoxy-reinforced concrete averaging 2 meters thick, poured continuously to eliminate structural seams where stress fractures propagate. When the Atlas F program was decommissioned in 1965 following the Superior Minuteman missile deployment, the Air Force sold these complexes to private buyers for as little as $1. The government saw obsolete infrastructure. A small number of engineers and survivalists saw something else entirely: purpose-built structures no civilian contractor has ever replicated at equivalent cost. By 2026, verified sales of converted Atlas F complexes are reaching $15 to $20 million per facility. The structural engineering that made them Cold War instruments is now their primary commercial asset. The Atlas F silo was designed around one threat scenario: a Soviet nuclear warhead detonating within lethal proximity. The engineering solutions for that threat translate directly to modern kinetic dangers. 2-meter-thick continuously poured epoxy-reinforced concrete walls absorb and distribute blast overpressure across the entire structure rather than concentrating it at impact points. The GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, the most capable bunker buster currently operational, penetrates approximately 60 meters of standard reinforced concrete. Atlas F walls are not standard reinforced concrete. The epoxy matrix increases tensile strength and dramatically reduces the microcracking that conventional concrete develops under repeated seismic shock. The internal infrastructure adds a second layer of protection. Atlas F facilities were built on spring-mounted floors, massive steel coil systems that decoupled the interior platform from the surrounding structure during blast events. These same isolation systems now provide vibration-free platforms for server infrastructure, where high-frequency electronic stability is operationally critical. The Cold War engineers solved a 21st-century problem before the problem existed. The 2026 acquisition surge is not accidental. Multiple converging pressures have driven capital toward hardened inland infrastructure over the past 3 years. Coastal real estate in San Francisco and Miami has faced compounding insurance withdrawal, grid vulnerability exposure, and documented increases in civil unrest incidents. Simultaneously, the proliferation of commercial drone technology has collapsed the historical security assumption that physical distance from population centers provides meaningful protection. A threat that once required military logistics now requires a $500 drone and a GPS coordinate. The silo offers what no urban property can: an address with no above-ground profile, independent power generation through diesel and increasingly solar-charged battery arrays, and physical separation from every municipal dependency. Buyers are not purchasing luxury, they are purchasing disconnection from systems they have identified as fragile. A converted Atlas F facility provides approximately 17,000 square feet of vertical living space across multiple levels. Current conversion projects include hydroponic growing systems producing caloric staples without soil or sunlight, NBC-rated air filtration units capable of scrubbing biological, chemical, and radiological particulates in real time, and independent water processing from deep aquifer access already engineered into the original military design. The psychological engineering is equally deliberate. High-definition fiber optic wall panels simulate natural light cycles and outdoor landscapes. Circadian lighting systems maintain hormonal regulation in a windowless environment. These are not aesthetic choices, they are operational requirements for maintaining cognitive performance during extended lockdown periods measured in months, not days. Fewer than 20 Atlas F complexes remain unconverted and available for private acquisition. Private equity groups and individual buyers have absorbed the rest. The market is approaching structural scarcity. The ethical dimension is direct. Survival infrastructure priced above $15 million creates a two-tiered society where physical security is a function of net worth. Cold War silos were built with public money to protect a nation. They now protect individuals who can afford the entry fee. These structures began as instruments of guaranteed global destruction. They have evolved into the most expensive insurance policies ever sold, against the consequences of the world their builders helped create. If this changed how you think about modern survival, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to the Survival Bunker and hit the notification bell. Every week we break down the hard history, engineering, and tactics that separate the prepared from everyone else.